G'day and welcome back to the Harley Roadshow. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're regular, welcome back. Well, we're back down here at Ghost Riders with Romy. Where is he? Over there. And what are we doing today?
Well, today we're gonna finish stripping down the motor and the gearbox.
Yep.
There are a few bits left on the motor that we have to take off.
This is for the
first project,
which is the 2010
Fat Boy.
Fat Boy. Yep.
Yep. We have to put a gearbox apart to inspect the bearings, because when we put it apart first time, if you remember, there was not much oil in it.
Yep.
We had a bit of a chat with the customer, and he followed our advice, and we will strip the gearbox quickly. Just go right through it, make sure, check all the bearings, inspect all the parts, make sure, because it was running with very, very low oil.
Yep.
And we're gonna prepare, clean up the block and get it ready for assembly, and we're gonna start assembling the engine. We're gonna also
are we going to do an unboxing?
Yeah, we're going to do an unboxing. It's Christmas Day for this bike today. It's getting a whole heap of new shiny parts ready to installation. So yeah, we're going to go through it in a second.
Boom, let's go. Okay, so what we have here, yeah, is the complete stage 6 kit.
Yep.
Correct?
Correct.
So what do we got? We got
the cylinders.
Yep.
The Big Ball 110 SNS kit.
Yep.
These are the cylinder heads, the original heads that we took off the bike a few weeks ago.
Yep.
They've been sent away to one of our suppliers to be machined. They've been CNC ported,
yep,
as you can see here. If you look closely, you can clearly see the porting.
Yep.
The intake and the exhaust.
Yep.
They've been ported. They've been ported to our specifications to match the flow of the motor, and also to match the cams. These are the pistons, high compression pistons. We got here the roller rockers, high performance push rods, high performance lifters, the cam, the throttle body, the 58mm throttle body, high flow injectors, high flow oil pump, and the lock-up clutch, which will help us put the power to the ground.
Yep.
Now, also what we do have to discuss, and is very, very important out of this kit, is the oil cooler system that we introduced into our kit. Because these engines, they will deliver quite a significant power increase. The power increase over stock, it's around 90% more power than stock. So we virtually doubling the horsepower of the engine.
Yep. And
the biggest problem that we had always with high performance engines on Harleys will be to get rid of the heat, because the air cooled, and the motor was designed from factory to do 70 horsepower at the wheel, and we taking it up to 125, 130 horsepower at the wheel.
Yep.
So obviously that will generate heaps more heat, and especially in the Australian environment when it gets really hot in the summer.
Yep.
The motors, they cook themselves to death because they can't get rid of the heat. So we're introducing the kit. I want to show you, this is actually a pretty cool system. It's called, the cooling system, it's an fan-forced cooling system,
yep,
which works in the same way with the car water cooling systems. So they have a thermal fan that kicks in, yep, when the oil reaches temperature, and it cools down the oil. Even if when you sit down on the lights or it's traffic,
It's still kicking in.
It's still kicking in and cools down the oil. And so basically what happens is the motor has built inside some oil sprayers. They spray cold oil on the pistons.
Yep.
So it cools down the top end from inside out, which helps the motor to sort of stay in a reasonable, safe temperature.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's very cool. So I'll show you what's all about. So this is the oil cooler, and as you see, it has two thermofans. They high volume thermofans.
Yep.
They move a lot of air pretty quick. Everything gets covered quite nicely by this cover, so you're not going to see much. It's pretty well designed and properly built. It's American made.
Yep.
It's actually designed and built in America.
Yep.
So ultra cool, guys. Definitely look into this product. It's fantastic. We bring it in Australia. We're not the only ones as far as I know, but we definitely bring it in Australia. So if you want to have a look at that, that's a really, really good feature to have on a bike that was modified, or even if it wasn't modified. If you live in Central Australia or Northern Territory areas, where it gets really, really hot, this feature will definitely cool down your bike. It'll give you a much nicer ride.
So there you go, guys. That's something that's something actually probably I'll look into, because I do a lot of riding in the summertime. So every time I come down here, it just costs me more money. Anyway, let's keep going. So we've got the gearbox out. What's the verdict?
Gearbox looks good. No obvious wear and I mean, there is wear and tear, which is normal, but no signs of damage. The bearings are looking fine. Everything seems to be nice and tight. So
well, that's good then.
As you can see, there's still a little bit of oil in there. I mean, we drained most of it out, but so was some sort of oil inside, a little bit, probably just enough to keep the gearbox alive. So well, we better clean it all up and
keep going.
Keep going.
So a lot of you guys, I've heard ask questions about how to get the black on the engines back to black. So we cleaned the engine off, and we're just using a product called...
I will show you in a second. Just let me finish. There it is. It's a Harley Davidson product. It's called Engine Brightener.
Yep.
It's fantastic. Now it needs you need to properly clean and degrease the motor first.
Yep.
Preferably if you have a compressed air system to blow everything to dry out the motor.
Yep.
And very important to degrease it properly to obtain the best results.
Yep.
And then you put a generous layer over it, let it settle for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Comes with the instructions, pretty straightforward, tells you on the can how to do it. And just let it settle and then wipe it all up, and you guys will see in 10 minutes the result. It's quite amazing, the transformation.
All right, let's have a look. Wait and see what happens. So now, we've let it dry for a little while. Look at that. Like brand new.
Yeah, and beautiful, it stays like that. As long as you maintain it.
Yep.
I've done my bike about a year ago.
Yep.
And I'm washing it normally with, I'm using chemicals to wash it and degrease it and all that. It's still there, still looks great. I haven't had to redo it. You have to do it from time to time, maybe depending on how often you use the bike and how much. I'm not riding my bike in the rain much, so that helps. But yeah, if you do ride the bike in the rain, you want to keep it clean, maybe here and there, you just give it good once off and it comes like this.
And this is really good too. Sometimes people get like polish and stuff on it by mistake when they clean the bike, and you get that sort of white look. Well, this actually takes away all that white look. It brings it back to, well, brings it back to like new. It's like, I've never seen it work before. Really, really good stuff. Look at the cover. Now that was really crappy before. I cannot believe how good that's come up. Harley Davidson engine brightener. Not that I'm spouting off Harley Davidson products, but when you see something that works good, you got to sort of talk about it. So yeah, I hope that answers some of your questions, because I know I've seen quite a few people ask how to get the black back in their engine. So that really works. And we had a bit of an issue with the air cleaner, you said, too.
Yeah, it came. They sent us the wrong one. What's new?
Twice?
Twice. And again, what's new? Yeah, typical. Oh well. There's so many options and so many different variables. So human error, it's common. It's a common process. I've just got off the phone with the Americans, and I realized I've done a mistake when I ordered the wheels for this bike.
Hang on a minute, hang on. I can't believe that. You made a mistake.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hang on. Mark this day down in your diary.
Yeah, hard to believe. Yeah, that's right. But because I ordered the wheels online, so yep. I done the order about 3 times because I got lost in the menus. So I already done it about 3 times. Yep. And the 3rd time when I got it right, I actually got it wrong again. I only thought I got it right. And when I got the order confirmation a couple of weeks later, I looked over it just to make sure, and I was like, this order should be double disc front wheel. Where's the bloody double disc thick thing? And it's like it wasn't there. I was like, ooh, because they're coming from the other side of the world. It's like, so I called DNA, and they're like, oh yeah, well no, it's single disc. I said, no, it's double disc. They're like, no, this bike comes with single disc. Yeah, I know, but it's a custom bike, so it has double disc. Oh, thanks God we haven't built the wheels. Yeah, that would have been an adventure.
Yeah, exactly, a big muck up.
So yeah, but that's why it's good to double check it, even yourself. Sometimes it's good to double check because it happens.
Check, cut once, measure twice. Sorry, measure twice, cut once. Now you were saying before, I was talking to you that you're going to change this to a hydraulic.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to convert it to hydraulic. Yes.
So what's the benefits of that? Okay.
Well, in this particular case, it's more for looks. Okay. Because you guys want to see when we're going to finish the bike. Yep. You all understand why. Yep. There is a plan. Yep. But yeah, hydraulic is definitely easier on the hand, especially when you have a harder clutch. Yep. Because you get rid of the friction on the cable. Yep. Especially when you have ape hangers, the cables are quite long, and they can cause a lot of friction, even if it's not much, but it makes the difference. When you have a heavy-duty clutch. So definitely helps. And the other thing you got to do, I noticed, is you're going to change this from belt drive to chain drive. Yeah, we're going to put a chain conversion. Yes. Yep. Yeah. And that's because of the amount of. Yeah, it's the amount of power the motor delivers, combined with what the customer plans to do with the bike. So because the motor will deliver its 80+% increase in power. That belt wasn't designed to do that. Yep. I mean, you can get away with some power increases. The belt will take over, but not that much. Yeah, so
the guy, basically what we're saying is the guy's going to drive it really gently.
Yeah, that's right.
Always under the speed limit, always like...
Absolutely, yeah, that's it. So,
this is all...
And for that, you definitely need a chain conversion.
Yeah, exactly. So gearbox in?
Yep, gearbox is finished.
What were you saying? You're going to get some little black...
Yeah, we're going to get a set of black caps.
Yep.
For all the bolts.
So cover all these up?
Yep. They should be here any day now. They're on their way from the States.
Yep.
Yeah, we just have to put the oil cooler on for now. And that's it.
This part of the project's done. So we're good here.
Right, so I want to show you, this is the oil filter that we use.
Yep.
It's a high performance oil filter, washable.
Yep.
It's stainless steel. It's basically a lifetime. You don't have to change it again. This is how it comes apart. Yep. This is the element.
Yep.
Much better flow and much better filtering than a normal paper filter. They're not cheap. They sell for $190, but yeah, if you build a high-end motor like this, you want to make sure that the oil filter works properly.
Yeah.
So it's a small price that the customer will pay for the peace of mind, making sure that you get the most flow, the best filtration. Yeah, so
can you put that on a normal?
You can put it on any Harley.
Okay.
It fits basically any twin cam, anything that's 99 onwards, it fits.
So what is it? What's a normal filter cost?
Oh, it's $20. Yeah, yeah. So it's.
But still, that's
yeah. But if you have a bike that you're planning on keeping, it's basically an investment because for the rest of the lifetime of the bike, you don't have to replace it ever again.
Yep.
You just take it off and clean it as many times as you like, and yeah. And you can also buy, if by any chance you damage the filter itself, you can buy replacement parts. We sell the actual filter element.
Okay.
You can replace it further down the road if it gets damaged.
Yep.
And it's far less expensive.
And cleaning? What the cleaning's easy?
Well, you clean it with normal cleaner. Yeah. The greases and all that, and you just clean it nicely, blow it up with a bit of air without putting too much pressure in, just gently. And yeah, that's it.
Great idea.
Yep.
Rightio, so we finished this stage of the bike build, correct?
Yeah, this is first stage. We build the engine and the gearbox. We just check the gearbox, make sure it's all good, put all new seals, and we're ready to assembly. We still need a few parts.
Yep.
To finish the primary transmission.
And we've put this onto the
oil cooler is fitted. So the stage 6 on the motor is complete. So it's all assembled. That's how it looks. That oil cooler is part of the stage 6, so that's all completed. So basically, the motor is ready to go. Ready to start.
So next week we're going to look at doing Legionnaire suspension.
Yes, we will do the suspension. We'll do the air filter, which unfortunately we got the wrong one. So hopefully by the end of the week we'll get the correct one delivered. We'll do that. We will do the primary and
maybe exhaust.
And maybe exhaust, yeah. I'm waiting for some parts to come back from ceramic coating, hopefully next week. So in a couple of weeks' time, we'll have another session. The front end will be installed by then. We have to put the handlebars on and do a few measurements. And yeah, so in a couple of weeks' time, we'll probably have another day.
Great stuff. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, guys, give us a big thumbs up. Remember, subscribe, it's free. I know a lot of you older guys keep thinking once you talk about subscriptions, you've got to pay for something, but it's actually free. So, yeah, subscribe, that way you get updates on all this stuff. You can see the complete build, once we get to it. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Harley Road Show. Thanks, everybody.